Dr. Nicole L. Arkadie, and I am a licensed clinical social worker. So what that simply means, in the state of California, I have the right to practice therapy independently. I founded Cucamonga Counseling over 10 years ago, and Arkadie Communications, which is a company that focuses on providing transformative information that all is centered around mental wellness. I am very, very passionate in helping people have mental health. And there's a difference between mental health and mental illness. And one of the things that I have been tasked with doing, and it is a mission of mine, it is a calling, is to go into churches and break down that stigma of mental illness. And so I am a minister. My husband is a pastor, Pastor Orlando Arkadie. And we often will go in together to present the ARC model, which is a 4-step approach to helping organizations, churches, understand the needs of their own members and their mental health and what that looks like, how to connect them, how to engage and recognize when someone is having mental health challenges and needing that support from the church, and so what that looks like. It's so important when we're talking about mental health. Mental health simply means that you are healthy and whole, where you can take on the stressors of life without it having a negative effect on you. Mental illness is a diagnosable disorder where you have some sort of impairment in your major life functioning. That means you have a difficulty either in school, you have a difficulty in work, you have a difficulty in your social environment, where whatever your symptoms are, whether it's depression, whether it's anxiety, whether it is any other type of mood disorders or any other type of a disorder that's diagnosed by a mental health professional, it is so cause you such negative impact that you can't get up and go to school, you can't function, you're not yourself. There is a difference between that and mental health. And so what I am tasked with doing, my calling, is to really go into the churches and help to break down that stigma for them to understand that, no, we're not saying that don't pray about it. I would never say anything like that. But what I'm saying is you can have a therapist and you can have God. There's nothing wrong with someone seeking some assistance to help them with this physical body, dealing with the ailments that they're going through, and understanding what that looks like, understanding how the church can be a support to someone who is suffering from mental illness, who is suffering from from a disorder, without them feeling judged, without them feeling like, oh no, my church family, they don't understand, they're just going to tell me just to pray about it, or I'm not a good Christian, that's why I'm going through this. That is what I want to break down. That is what my husband and I have been tasked with in helping, going into the churches, helping leaders to understand the difference between mental health, mental illness, and how they can better assist the members of their church so that they can have that mental wellness and can feel the support of their church family. Because that's what it's all about, right? We are to be helpers unto one another. We are not to tear down, to make others feel as if they are less important because they are suffering with a mental illness. And so I just wanted to come on and just talk to you a little bit about just the importance of church and mental health, right? It doesn't have to be separate. It can be synonymous. It works together because we want to be healthy and whole, and a spiritual aspect and taking care of our spiritual side really does help with our mental wellness. And so it's very important that we get away from this thing of, oh, it's taboo, we don't want to talk about it, right? We're not going to even listen to it when we're talking about mental illness, because that's just something that, as you know, not to be discussed in the church. No, it's a shift. There needs to be a paradigm shift within the churches, because the churches where people are coming to, they're looking for that support, they're looking for that help, and they need to have a place where they feel okay to be open and to be able to get what they need done. So just wanted to talk a little bit about that and just say that importance. You can find out more information by visiting my website, www.nicolearkadie.com, where you can request more information. Maybe you want me to come out, and you can have my husband and I come out if you want to hear the ARC model. where you hear from a perspective of a leader, and also that clinical component, what that means when we say having mental health in the church, right? Prayer plus therapy equals healing and wholeness. Thanks so much.